What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel. We're online at www.whatsupinthesky.com, and you are looking at the Chang'e 3 Yutu Jade Rover or Jade Rabbit rover that's cruising around the moon. Well, I don't know if it's doing how much cruising it's doing because we're not getting much from the Chinese. And this is an old photograph, and my buddy Ken, not Ken, my buddy Chris did an amazing job talking about this photograph over on his channel. I'm going to go ahead and give you the link to that below, so you can go check that out. Let's get him some more subscribers. He's got a lot of good stuff come up. Him and Olympic Sky, they're my two buddies, and they started doing these videos, and they're really bringing a lot of good stuff out. Now he went on the premise of what's been manipulated on here, and there's been a lot manipulated on here. As far as I can tell. Um, it almost looks like this has just been pasted and copied in, but I'll leave that for him. And what I'm going to do is basically take this at face value, saying the Chinese, this is the actual picture from the lander. Nothing's changed, maybe a couple smudges here or there, but I'm really interested in what this stuff is up in the top. Now, a lot of people have already done these videos. A lot of the main guys, they get these things up right away. The UFO Omni guy, he rocks. A whole bunch of these guys get them up. But there's kind of like I said, this whole area is brown, not brown, it had just kind of as dull as it seems, has a lot more texture to it that's being shown, just by the way they kind of white it out a little bit. And what I'm interested in are these couple up here, and below, I got it from a French website. This is one I got it from, and just don't worry below. I'm going to leave you a link to this page right here. Just go to the description. It'll be right under the link that I'm going to leave you to Chris's video. So check that out. He's the guy Mars Anomalies. Like I said, I'm sure you've checked. Like I said, hopefully you've checked his channel out and go ahead and subscribe over there. So, but anyway, let's take a look at a couple of things I'm interested in. This up here to me looks like almost like it's some sort of little spaceship or something flipped over. It almost looks like a little boat that's been flipped over or something. But when you look at it looks like it's got that donut feature to this piece right here. How it's got that perfect roundness to it as it comes up. Looks how light shines on stuff that's round. Like if you're looking at a pipe or something, if you're looking at just a telephone pole, if you're looking at something when they're perfectly round, you can just see the shadowing. The shadowing looks perfectly round on here. Now you're also getting this stuff is Japan has some pretty awesome cameras. Now, is just sad that this came back at this resolution, and this is all they're releasing out to the public. But this over here too, if you look at the shadow on this thing, this has got to be one of the craziest looking rocks or something over here, or a piece of machinery, something along those lines. Up here, you have more what seems to be like a metal. Look how perfectly shiny, and that, like I said again, with that perfect. You don't see that on this rock right here. That perfect, what looks like a metal sheen to the curve. I think some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, I've noticed too when like I said, I've done this video twice now because it bombed out on me. So I'm gonna try and keep this short. I don't know why the other ones bombed out on me, but there's a couple other things over here. There's this almost looks like a part to something. Um, it's got a circle in it, and you're gonna notice right next to it's got a sphere. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drop some of these resolutions and play a little bit with it. But this right here is also something cool I saw. This looks like something. This looks like either some sort of floating sphere. Like, how we have those light spheres here on Earth that people swear they're floating, and it almost looks like it's got right under it a shadow. And maybe something to the left here. And I'm going to bring that out a little bit better. And whatever's right next to it here in this area, there's definitely something going on. Like there's like pipes or something that's running through here. This looks nothing like what the Americans landed on, or that part of the moon they were on. This is very, very intricate. Different colors and stuff along those way. And then over here you have a couple other things. And I like to also play with the gamma just a little bit. So like I said, you guys will see it. Let's see what Photoshop does with the automatic. Let's see. Let's do auto color. See where we get. All right. I'll take that. Image contrast. I'll take that as well. And let's do auto tone and see what happens. kind of brought it back a little bit. Let me go back one. I like that better. I think that's sharper, a little bit sharper for me. Um, and like I said, I'm not looking at, see how automatically this stuff out here looks like it's been manipulated? Like it's got that haze around it. I just did a video and just recently that showed this haze around the curiosity picture, almost like they do the blur picture over it. But I don't know, to me that's still the jury's out on that. If you guys comment first, let me know what you guys think that is. Um, but once I'm gonna grab this, wait till you see what I'm gonna do. See how when I did the change, you start seeing some of this other stuff pull out from the color here. Like there's also some, what seems to be some dragging of maybe this rock right here. See how it's kind of been dragged. Now let's see what happens when I do this. I want to give the brightness, well I'm gonna do the exposure a little bit. I want to pull the gamma up a little, so you're gonna see the gamma come up. I'm just gonna pull out some of this stuff a little bit more, and I'll even give it a little bit more exposure time. Um, I probably don't even need to do that. See how this stuff starts coming up out here? I wonder if the offset will help me at all either. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that offset down. Check with the gamma just a little bit more so we can get a decent... Alright, now let's go take a look at some of these in the middle. Just see how you can... Well, even when you get closer, it does get... Notice this right here, how you've got like... Let me get my little poker back. There we are. There's like this thing here, this perfect circle, and then this right here. That intrigued me. Now this thing here does look, see how some of it's got some drag marks or something to it here, if that's even possible. This has something, almost looks like it's, look at these little circles, how they're all that. This looks like it has something top growing off of it, and there's more circles here. Very ornate for what you would expect on the moon, but um, if you've looked at some of the stuff that like Robert Purnell did, there are some amazing carvings and stuff on the moon. Um, and like I said, there's so many different theories out there about our moon, that it was towed into place, that it's a actual spaceship, that it can be used to transport water or transport all sorts of things. Very interesting stuff out there. Coast to Coast AM's given me a lot of good, a lot of good thinking over the years, just listening to that show. But looking at this, the more and more I stare at that part, I keep thinking, some sort of, looks like a machinery part where this would be something that's stuck, pipe or something would go in there, and you've got three, metal pieces coming off of it. Very strange to me. Very strange. Um, what is this stuff? Just kind of perfect circle. It looks like metal sticking up. Um, Now let me go over here and see if we can't do there's a couple of little pieces. I want to see that floating looking rock that I saw earlier. Where did you go, Mr. Floater? There you are. And I'm gonna see this comes up over the top here. Now check that out. Let's just do this even more. Because look how this comes up. This is almost like a tripod here. It looks like you can see down in it. But this seems to be a little floating ball or something. And then right there seems to be its shadow. And let me go ahead and do the brightness and the contrast on it. Bring the brightness up. Maybe mess with the contrast a little more. Let me bring that back down. Look at that. It almost looks either that or it looks like this is part of something. And that does look like it's above it. Very interesting, especially when you pull it out like that with the contrast. This definitely does seem to have like a like a U shape to it, almost like a horseshoe, but it's got something here in the middle too that comes across. Very interesting. And like I said, I'm going on like if you go, maybe this is the actual shadow from the ball up here, and this is a circle or something that's holding it up. Very interesting. Who knows what goes on our moon? If you ever watch any of Jose Escamilla's videos from Lunar, he does a great job. Um, and like I said, if you go watch Chris's video on this, I'll link it below. He does a hell of a job talking about this one, especially with the manipulation, because he talks about how there's something that definitely looks like has been, this has either been photoshopped in or this was something in front of this that they had to take out of the picture. Um, it almost looks like a square something here that was at here at one time. So Anyway, guys, if you have any idea what you think this is over here on the left, and then see, can you see these? I mean, it's almost very ornate. Like I said, see how it comes down? Let me see if you guys can see this with me here. It's almost like it comes here, and we're looking at the edge of the very tippy top of the thing here. This one seems to come down. It comes up and it spins back around over to here, like that, right? And then this one comes down, it spins around, it's got a circle, and then another big circle. Over to here, there's two triangles here, and it goes up to another piece. And all the way, it's sitting there, it comes back down around to the corner here, and down here, it's got like a little circle on the end here, like a little semicolon or, brackets on the end. I don't know. Very interesting stuff, my friends. Very interesting stuff. Look at this right here. What the hell is that? Look at all these brackets and stuff there. This kind of stuff was not in the footage that came back from the United States. Oh, you know what? This looks like an underground. Maybe this is an underground way to get in. Look at this. Look how this piece up here kind of matches. It almost looks like there's something under here that was buried. Like this lifts up like a hatch. And see how this comes out of there? Spins at a 90-degree angle. And it's 90 degrees with a little curve on it, like it's a pipe. So there's some sort of liquid something could have gone through there. Um, then there's another circle comes through, a weird looking mechanism or something. Another circle, another circle. These stuff comes up. I don't know. And this even here looks like it's coming out the back part of that little part. So anyway, guys, much love on this one. Gosh knows what the Chinese are doing with this. Either way, I think they're manipulating it. Like I say, Chris did he did a pretty long video on this, so I didn't want to give it too much time. And there's just because there's so many out there. But since I've been doing since I've been doing the rover and stuff, I wanted to get it. And like I said, that little ball just seems to be floating there. Let me put it up as big as I can on the screen, and we'll leave you with that. It's bright white and it's floating. Much love, guys. What's up in the sky 37? www.whatsupinthesky.com. Hit like. This is the third time I made this video. Hopefully it works. Don't know what's going on with my setup. You get into the new spot and then it starts getting. Well, you know what? I've been adding all my music stuff to it too, so the microphones and stuff have been played up. Oh well, who knows? Much love.